Hey everyone, Rev Rush here, and today we are going to be trying out a new team with double Primals. This team has obviously a Mega Groudon, a Primal Groudon, and a Primal Kyogre with a Thunderous, a Lucario, a Mega Salamence, and a Cresselia. So, we're going to try ourselves a few battles and see how we do today. So, our team opponent has an Xerneas, a Salamence, a Primal Groudon, a Talonflame, a Mega Kangaskhan, and a Cresselia. My team works very well in the Trick Room setting, but it can also work outside of that. So, let's try to send out... He's gonna try to bring the Xerneas and try to go possibly for a Geomancy, I'd like to think. But I think... a Lucario and a Salamence would be a good choice first, as well as double... Actually, no. A Lucario, Groudon, then an Intimidator, as well as Kyogre. Both these Pokemon serve good roles here. Okay, our Lucario here has the ability to close combat and not worry about being flinched, while Primal Groudon here can actually roar away the Xerneas in the right hands. It's a move I found on a regional set here, and I figured why not try it? It seemed like a very interesting choice of a move, you know, to be able to use roar and get rid of a Geomancying Xerneas. Of course, if he goes for a Fake Out on me, that kind of changes the plans here. So I guess we'll see what our opponent does. Our timer's already been started, so now we just wait to see what our opponent does. They could very well go for a switch out here, although if I were my opponent, I'd probably fake out the Groudon. He actually fakes out my Lucario, which isn't going to do much, and that's kind of what I wanted to happen. He goes for a Dazzling Gleam, which is not what I wanted to see. So, he brings his Primal Groudon, which is kind of good for me. I'm going to bring up my Kyogre. This is going to give my Kyogre a good free turn here to let off a Origin Pulse without the fear of really anything stopping it. So Origin Pulse is going to come on out while I use a Precipitous Blades onto the Kangaskhan. He brings up the Cresselia, and that's fine. Double Edge isn't going to do enough to take down Shamu, although it is going to hurt a lot. Origin Pulse takes down the Kangaskhan, and sadly, Precipitous Blades wasn't the best move choice. Maybe if, well, that would have... It's actually the best choice I could have done. So Primal Groudon comes back out. That's fine. I think we've made it so that our Primal Kyogre here is faster than the Primal Groudon, but it can't do much in the current situation. And if that Cresselia goes for a skill swap there with the Groudon, that could be very, I guess, annoying too. So I'm going to bring in the Salamence while going for a Protect here. I'm going to get a free Intimidate off on the Groudon while he's going to go for set up the Trick Room. Here she goes for an Icy Wind. That's quite a nice amount, little damage up to my Mega Salamence there. And I'm going to go for a Mega as well as... Hidden Power should be Ice. I'm going to change that after this battle. I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice here. And... a Precipitous Blades could be very helpful here, so that's what we're going to do. He brings back in his Xerneas. I'm going to Mega my Salamence here and get a Hyper Voice off onto both, getting a little bit of chip damage, and he's going to lower the speed of my Groudon, which I assume is what he's trying to do here. If Precipitous Blades hits, okay good, it did hit, it's kind of exactly what I wanted to happen. A Dazzling Gleam is going to hurt a lot here, unfortunately, but as long as we can keep this mind game up, we can I guess keep our... I'm going to protect the Mega Salamence and go for a Fire Punch onto the Xerneas. Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand might... Oh, he's going to Geomancy. Not sure why he went for that move, but that's fine. I Fire Punch the Xerneas. Maybe it was a misclick there, really not sure what was going through our opponent's mind there. So, now we're going to go for... a Hyper Voice here, I believe would be the best choice. While I bring back out... I could bring back out my Kyogre. He might try to Precipitous Blades, but I assume a Fire move might be his best option here. He could see that coming and go for a skill swap. He goes for Precipitous Blades, which was a good move on our opponent's part here. Icy Wind is unfortunately going to KO. So I'm going to assume his Groudon's going to protect this turn, so I'm going to protect as well. He might try to Icy Wind me. No, he's going to go straight for an attack. So go straight for Precipitous Blades. And I'm going to go for Precipitous Blades, which unfortunately, from what I can see, he's going to protect his Groudon now because I didn't play very well. Unfortunate for me indeed, but, you know, we'll try another new team for the first time, so you make some mistakes along the way. Precipitous Blades is of course going to take down our Primal Kyogre, and our opponent here is going to get the win. We're going to quickly go into here, change our hidden power to a hidden power Ice. That should be a little more helpful. Now let's go on into battle number 2 against an interesting team with 2 ghosts. Mega Scott, and he's trying out Zekrom, who's probably very good against my Primal Kyogre. So we see a lot of Pokemon that are gonna like to do statuses and stuff, so we're gonna go for our Thunderous. We're also gonna... I think it could be helpful to do a Trick Room as well, but let's first just bring in... Let's bring in our Groudon anyways. We'll try out our Cresselia in the back. This Pokemon team is relatively fast for the most part, so this could actually be really helpful. And then we are going to bring in... I think we'll bring in double Primals again. So let's see how we lead here. He brings in Zekrom and a Kangaskhan. Okay, not a bad lead on our part. We should be able to get off a nice move. We could just try to double protect here. I'm going to... That's what I think I'm going to paralyze the Kangaskhan and go for a protect onto my Primal Groudon here. Precipitous Blades might have actually been the better play, but we'll see. Okay, so he's not going for any fake outs. And his Zekrom knows Earth Power, that's very helpful to know. My Groudon is bulky enough to survive an Earth Power. Can't paralyze the Zekrom, unfortunately. So, we're gonna go for a Thunderbolt onto the Kangaskhan. We'll go for a Precipitous Blaze and seeing how much we do here. We're gonna see how much that Earth Power can really do to us. Not enough, as expected. Thunderbolt's gonna do a little bit to Kangaskhan, and we're gonna get double KO right off the bat. A perfect play on our part. Kind of risky, really and truly, but it worked out. I think in this scenario we are in here, it'd be best to double protect to stop any fake out that the Sableye might have, or anything else it might do. So we're using Gravity so that Precipitous Blades will always hit, and that's a pretty good, I guess, move on our opponent's part. We're gonna go for a Taunt onto that Sableye so it can't do anything else like that, while we try to see if we're faster than the opposing Groudon. Oh, he has a Mental Herb, so that's gonna be a double KO for us. Unfortunate that we let our opponent get that off, but what can we do? Alright, so Primal Kyogre's coming on out. I'm gonna try to Origin Pulse here, while I wonder if we can unactivate the gravity? Probably not. I can Ice Beam our opponent though. So, I don't think Precipice Blades, yeah, should take us out. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of that off, and perfectly as suspected, the Origin Pulse luckily hits both of our opponents, and we take them out. So now we're gonna try our third battle here. That one actually went pretty well, I think. We didn't seem to mess it up too bad. The first battle was a little bit rough. I didn't even know my hidden power was the wrong type. So we're gonna have to deal with a Smeargle this round. Dark Void's kind of prevalent and very irritating to face. From the looks of it, I actually like having a Lucario here. I could feint and break the spiky shield of Smeargle if it tries to. Well, I'm gonna bring a Primal Groudon as well. I could try to bring a Lucario Thunderous lead, but actually I think I'm gonna go Lucario Mega Salamence, as well as I like to say that Thunderous could be good, but I think I'm gonna bring double Primals and just kind of call it with that. We'll go ahead and start our timer here so we don't have to wait too long for our next battle. This is a neat team. I've never seen Lucario really use well, so I'm kind of trying to see how it goes. Alright. So, we can, unless it's a Choice Scarfed Smeargle, we're going to be faster than it. So we're going to use Feint to break the Sash, and we're going to go for a Mega Hyper Voice here. Okay, good. He went exactly for what I wanted to happen. We do a little bit of damage to that Feint, and oof, not enough. But I have Feint, so it's okay. Even if our opponent seems to have the upper hand, I have Feint still. And I'm going to set up a sub onto my Salamence. This is kind of almost perfect. Ooh, sub was a bad choice. In retrospect, we did take down the Smeargle, which is exactly what I really wanted to happen. So if Salamence goes down the next turn, that's fine. Smeargle's out of the picture. Dark Voids are one of the worst things to face, and when two of your Pokemon are asleep, you're in for some trouble. I'm gonna just go ahead and protect my Lucario here, while set going for, I guess I'm trying to get as much damage as I can off, so Hyper Voice, he's not gonna live, of course. Ice Beam, and I'm gonna assume a Spatial Rend. Oh, Earth Power, how neat. Alright, I'm gonna bring in my Kyogre. I'm Focus Sash, so that's okay. I'm gonna go for a Close Combat Thunder combo onto this Palkia, seeing if we can take it out this turn. He brings in his Groudon, and that's fine. That's kind of what I was expecting would happen, so brings us down to the Sash. I'm gonna get a Thunder on him, as well as... oh, shoot. Alright, I have Feint. And for this turn, I'm going to just simply protect my Shamu. He might switch into Cresselia, predicting this, or he might let it Feint. Okay. Precipice Blades takes down our Lucario, and I should have switched while I had the chance, but oh well. So we're gonna have our Primal Groudon, and Primal Kyogre against Primal Groudon and a Cresselia. Our best choice here is to try to take down the Cresselia this turn. However, I like the sound of Precipice Blades too. We're gonna Fire Punch that opposing Cresselia, and we're gonna go for the Ice Beam on it as well. Ugh, it's a rough move for me. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of Ice Beam damage off, and a crit. Wow. That was some real luck there. So Precipice Blades and an Ice Beam are what we're gonna do now. A little bit of damage with Ice Beam, and ooh, we get the hit. That was a little bit on the luck side there. And I'm gonna try one more battle. We're up to 2-1, so if we lose one, we still, you know, even it out. Ooh, a Yavito. I always loved Yavito, that's why I chose Pokemon Y when I played. But what can we do to our opponent's team here? They're all pretty much physical attackers, and Lucario could do some damage here. For this lead, I think I'd be safest with bringing out an Intimidator, as well as a Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre, and I think Thunderous could help us out here, but I also think that Trick Room would be really come in handy, you know? So, Yavito and a Thunderous. Okay, so we get the Intimidate off at least, and that's fine. And we're gonna Mega ourselves. We're gonna go ahead and Hyper Voice, Fire Punch that Yavito. I don't think Yavito has the power to take us down this turn, so a combination of Hyper Voice, Fire Punch, unless he sees that and switches, should do enough. Okay, so I lived that, Hyper Voice, and now he's gonna go for Foul Play. Onto my Primal Groudon, and I get a Fire Punch off from the Beetle, taking it out. So we're up 1, but we're kind of in a very sticky situation of sorts. We're gonna double protect here, in case of any fake out nonsense. Fake out would really be problematic, because a Thunderbolt's hidden power could take down my Mega Salamence in the current scenario. So, what will our opponent do? I'm going to assume Fake Out, Hidden Power, Ice again. The Salamence has a little bit of bulk, but really and truly doesn't have that much. It's more bulky than the average 252 spread you normally see, but let's just go for double protects here. Okay, Thunder Wave and Double Edge. Very interesting. I'd like to actually preserve my Primal Groudon, I think, so I'm thinking that a Hyper Voice, Cresselia here would be pretty good. So, he Sucker Punches my, and goes for Hidden Power onto my, and that's fine. Alright. Now let's see what we can do here. Kinda wish I was Mental Herbed instead of Citrus Berried, so he might taunt me. But let's go for a safe Protect play here, and a Trick Room play here. Okay, he goes for the Paralyzation on my Cresselia, and it could be really problematic if I'm paralyzed. Get the free Trick Room off. Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna go for a Precipice Blades as well as Gravity, so that I can hit the Thunderous. Oh shoot! Wow, it missed. The Kangaskhan? Thanks for nothing. Alright. So, that wasn't a very good play. A very good turn, I suppose. So, Origin Pulse. And I might tempted to skill swap here. I'm gonna skill swap my Kyogre. Perfect. Oh, Cresselia, you are the worst. Well, folks, sorry about that. I tried to out-predict our opponent here. It just didn't go well. Okay, well, we got the Primordial Sea back. And, oh, wow. Alright. I might still be in this one. I'm gonna go ahead and protect my Shamu. While, I don't know if protecting is actually the best play currently. I'm actually gonna skill swap the Kangaskhan. Perfect. Okay, now his King of Clun can only hit once, and that's very helpful for me. Because I think it could survive one hit. So Origin Pulse, and let's just go for an Ice Beam. Ooh, that did a lot more than I needed it to. Okay, Cresselia is paralyzed. This is a tricky situation. I'm gonna go for some another Ice Beam here, see how much it does. I kind of wish I could have, you know, have some health, but okay. Cresselia will be the death of me. If I was raging right now, it'd be hardcore, believe me. So Double Edge is gonna do a lot of damage. We get our lucky freeze, we might... No double. Not even with the double hits. Should have Trick Roomed, but you know, this battle was pretty close, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. So, that was a good game. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more content. And if you ever want a battle, just drop a request down below. Thanks.